I am Mark Stewart Greenstein. I'm a candidate for governor this November. This is for elders in Connecticut and those of us who care for elders in Connecticut, which hopefully is all of us. I revere your wisdom. It's the greatest thing that older people can continually give to children and adults. I still want to learn from people who are 30 years older than me. I wish I was in a home with Grandpa a lot longer. And I think it would be better for so many parents to have Grandma and Grandpa in the home to help, once again, the wisdom for the kids. I am thus a fan of the Waltons, because though nearly impoverished, the Waltons of rural Virginia in the 1930s had a more wholesome family life than most Americans do in a very wealthy decade that we're in today. The Waltons who couldn't afford to have Grandma far away were enriched. That's the case with those who choose, even if they can afford to have distant, separate elders and don't want to. I brought myself and my 90-year-old dad together to live in the same home for the last 5 years of his life, and we were both better off for it. Ladies and gentlemen, when older people can be engaged with kids more, it keeps them younger. And thus, here's the practical policy that Stewart for Liberty offers. If I'm governor, you've seen my first 500 schools plan. 500 schools that will be operating deep into the day, even into the evenings. Who do you think are the best candidates to staff programs for kids in the 3 to 6 p.m. slot? That's right, older Americans who'd like to work, again, part-time with kids. I will facilitate that. Let's say you don't want to work. Okay, you've had enough of kids. Guess where you might be able to go for your relaxation, your pleasure, your communing with other older people? Those same schools, which see a profit motive now in keeping their facility totally occupied from 3 to 6 p.m. You have an amplification of centers for activities. I'll conclude with the advantage that this governor can give financially. It's called the ETA, the Elders Tax Advantage. And this is what I give to everyone who right now is spending more than 6 months of the year in a southern state and will instead come here year-round. Still want a couple weeks in Florida, fine. But with year-round residents back here in Connecticut, you're going to see money in your pocket. It might not quite equalize the, yes, advantage that a low-tax property, a low-income tax Florida has, but if we can make it close, I think a lot of people will stay north. We will still plow your snowy driveways. We will still take good care of your buildings. And you'll have grandkids and even great-grandkids in your midst when right now you might be missing them. I hope that could be my best legacy, a moral legacy, if you will, to keeping families in Connecticut tight, adding wisdom to children, adding aid to parents, and adding a lot more pleasure to you, the elders of this state. Thank you for listening. I look forward to 4 years working with you.